So another Saturday coming your way from Hollywoodbets Durbanville, a 10-race card that we can't wait to welcome you to on the Saturday. 18 races on the South African calendar and a lot going on all over the place. First thing I want to tell you about Thursday the 17th of October, we'll have the second edition of the Breakfast Gallops. Right now, as it stands, I've not seen the list of the gallopers for the Thursday Gallops, but what I can tell you is that it sounds like some very important horses will be stepping out, and we'll be enhancing the breakfast, making it even more yummy. It was yummy day one, but it's going to be even better, I believe, day two as we continue along towards the summer. Also, not forgetting that the Friday, the 25th of October, 26th of October, 27th of October, might as well include the 29th of October for good measure as well. There's a lot going on. We'll have the Gallops, we'll have the lunch rather, which will be hosted by Winks on Friday the 25th of October. That will incorporate the Gallops for the CRS Ready to Run an Unbroken sale, which will be held here at Hollywoodbets Durbanville on Sunday the 27th of October. Sandwiched in between is a meeting on Saturday the 26th of October, and the last meeting we scheduled to have at Durbanville for the year will be on Tuesday the 29th of October. And then we'll get back to Hollywoodbets Kenilworth on Saturday the 2nd of November for feature races, which will see the 3-year-old colts make their first impression when it comes to graded races this season against their own age group. Right, let's get into this 10-race card at Hollywoodbets Durbanville. The first gets underway at 12 o'clock. As mentioned, looking forward to welcoming you here. And don't forget, just before I get into it, to like and subscribe to our channel. Lots going on, lots of perfectly placed interviews which are very informative for this card. So 12 o'clock is when the gates will open for a very hot Hollywoodbets Durbanville welcomes you maiden plate over 1,400 meters. And I think there's any amount of potential in this race, but who's going to get it right this time around? Well, we chatted to Candice Bass-Robinson, 4 perfectly placed, and the word about number 8, Major Master, is strong. Alder De Meyer takes the ride. I'm going to suggest him as a win bet. Have a look at that last run when third behind Let It Be Said. He's got all the attributes. He's got the looks, he's got the turn of foot. He's definitely got the ability on what I saw first time out. That form line has been franked already. If Major Master was drawn better, who knows how much closer? Who knows if the result would have even been different? But there's a lot to like about him, and there's good vibes coming out of the stable about his overall potential, where he might be in a few months from now. So number 8, Major Master, definitely the key horse in the opener on the card. If he wasn't in the race, then number 4, Western World, would make appeal. 7, Master Wizard, can make a lot of improvement. 10, Audible's a good looking horse. He could be interesting. And number 11, Secret Passage. Nice big boy, the son of Futura. Don't know about him at Hollywoodbets Durbanville, but I think that he could be a horse to follow in time. But let's go with number 8, Major Master, to kick things off before the exotics get underway. Race number 2 gets underway at 25 to 1. Join the race, CapeTurfClub.co.za, maiden plate for fillies and mares over 1,400 meters. I don't think this race is quite as strong as the first race, although this is for fillies and mares, and we only got one 4-year-old in the race, so a field of fillies to line up here. Number 11, Tap Shoes, the full sister to Shoemaker and Zapatias, made a pleasing debut behind I'm So Pretty. Grant Finike's back on board for Justin Snaith, and well, the daughter of Master of My Fate can only kick on. And just looking around here, there doesn't look to be any eye-catching form in the race, or certainly not any horse that ran a pleasing enough race like Tap Shoes did to suggest, right, that's one to run with. Maybe number 5, 2Gs, can step up on the first run behind Beware the Bomb, who's held in high regard. We'll talk about her a little bit later on. If you make her a chance, and maybe number 12, Diamond Bomber, enters the fray as well. But let's go with number 11, Tap Shoes, in the opening leg of the bipod as the horse to beat. Let's move on now to race number 3, the Cape Turf Club Syndicate's maiden plate. They go 1,400 meters. Scratch in number 1, Dawn's Early Light. Does that make things any more straightforward? It probably does. So let's have a good look at a couple of runners here. Number 2, Master of the Desert, probably the horse to lead with. Alder De Meyer takes her out for Candice Bass-Robinson. The penultimate start, granted, came in a pretty weak race, but stayed on very strongly to finish 2 lengths behind Across the Bow. Second, or last run rather, finished a length and a half behind Arctic Wizard, when, to be fair, a lot of punters got burnt at 8 to 10 about the son of Master of My Fate's chances. But I think the key here is stepping up to 1,400 meters. The mother was an out-and-out sprinter, was Namibia. I think she was trained by Justin Snaith, definitely for Drakenstein. 2016 was Namibia. And I think number 2, Master of the Desert, has probably found the right opening. I'm a little bit wary about making him an absolute good thing. So from that perspective, let's include number 4, Water Dragon, into the conversation. Gavin Larina's in town. His main ride's obviously one stripe later on. But Water Dragon also costly to follow, been beaten at around 12 to 10 in the past, and has run with some pretty weak fields, but also hasn't had the rub of the green, to be fair. Has number 4, Water Dragon. There are a few excuses. Last run was all wrong. Third run after a rest. Now, I know Brandon would sit here and say, one more chance, one more chance. I don't really subscribe to that. I think in this case, number 4, Water Dragon, has probably got his best chance yet. I don't think he's all that bad, and I think with a bit of luck and running, he could be a player. So let's go box swingers here. Numbers 2 and 4, Master of the Desert and Water Dragon. Watch the market with number 8, Kai Sarissa, in the race as well. Well-bred son of Vercingetorix. Race number 4 kicks off the Pick 6 Genuine Indian Syndicate Cape B Stakes. They go 2,000 metres in the opening leg of the Pick 6, which runs at 1:45 in the afternoon. It might be a small field, a field of 6 to face the starter, but a wide open race. Quite an interesting race as well. And I think the key reference here goes to the 3rd of September when Damio finished just behind Call to Unite. On that occasion, Damio finished in front of King Peles, Gimme More Time and Coronation Time, but perhaps crucially, there was only less than a length between Damio and King Peles. Now, does King Peles have the game for Hollywoodbets Durbanville? Probably yes. 1 win and 1/3 from 2 starts at the country course. Damio, does he have the game for Hollywoodbets Durbanville? I think he's a nice big striding horse that will be more at home on the summer track at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. So maybe that just tilts the scales towards number 1, King Peles, in this particular case. Justin Snaith commenting on perfectly placed at number 2, Navy Strength, is neither here nor there as far as rating is concerned. Run him in the wrong race, or run him in a stronger race, carry too light a weight, and run him in the weaker race and he gets too much weight. For Marshall Field returning from a layoff, and I'm not quite sure 5 or 6 have the scales in favour to turn it around. So I'm going to suggest a Pick 6 on this card at Hollywoodbets Durbanville. I'm going to go with 2 runners in the opening leg, King Peles and Damio. The rest of my Pick 6 reads as follows. Banker number 6 in the second leg, which is race number 5 on the card. Pretty strong on the chances of Courtly. That seems to be the talking horse on the card. By 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. By 1, 2, 7, 8, 9 and 10. By 2 and 7. By 6 and 8. That's not going to break the bank, folks. So let's have a go in that Pick 6 at Hollywoodbets Durbanville. Race number 5 started Jackpot 1 race, Cape Power by Hollywoodbets Maiden Plate. They go 2,000 metres. This is not strong. I think this is a perfect opportunity for a progressive horse that's got low mileage on the clock to get the job done. Richard Ferree rides number 6, Courtly for Justin Snaith. Brandon put him on the spot on perfectly placed. Who's your best on the day? Said Courtly, son of Active War, who ran second to Commander Green last time. Commander Green's a lovely, big, strong, solid galloper who I think has got wins to come over an extended distance. And I think basically number 6, Courtly's just the next horse off the conveyor belt. You can look around, you can make a case for a few horses here. Sansa Stark is overdue. Watch her go down to the start. 2 Congressmen trying this trip for the first time. Doesn't appeal on pedigree like 2,000 metres is going to be up the alley, but does certainly feature like he might. Amancio could be looking for this trip as well, being by Silvano. But all in all, 6 Courtly, progressive, untapped, low mileage. I think he'll win race number 5. Race number 6, celebrating Cape Racing Chairman Greg Bortz's birthday, Class 4 for fillies and mares over 1,800 metres. This is quite open, but I think I might have just stumbled upon the right one here in the former number 2 Heliotrope, especially if King Peles does a bit of damage in race number 4, which I expect him to do. Heliotrope now runs against her own sex for the first time since it is her second run after a break. Sean Veal takes her out 55 kilos on the back. Candice Bass Robinson could be in for a pretty fruitful day. If you eliminated all that type of motivation with number 2 Heliotrope, then it becomes quite open because quite a few of these horses have met of late. There always seems to be a different result. So Lickety split on the back of a win in Greg Bortz's race. That could be a crucial factor. Number 5, Enchanting Choice, not without a chance now to see Richard Ferree riding for Dean Kanamayo, while Craig Zaki rides for Kaya Stables up on the half out. 8 Princess of Bayou at home here at Hollywoodbets Durbanville over this type of distance. She's got to be some sort of chance as well. But I'm going to rely on number 2 Heliotrope to run into the top 3. I'm hoping to get a bit of value. At the moment there is value, but if there is a push on the market, then we might have to look around for other bet types to make a bit of a profit. But number 2 Heliotrope an each way play in race number 6 as it stands. Hopefully the value remains by the time the race jumps. Race number 7, Cape Racing Sales, Class 4 for fillies and mares over 1,400 metres. There are some very smart 3-year-old fillies in this race. Don't know whether they're going to be going towards Hollywoodbets Kenilworth in a month from now for the Fillies Championship on the 9th of November. But with that said, I think there's a lot of potential here and a lot of exciting fillies who might have aspirations of perhaps sneaking in to some graded races and who knows, earning a little bit of black type, although there are a few flag bearers that will be hard to topple as it stands. Right, let's have a look at number 2, My Sensation. There's a lot to like about her. Lucinda Woodruff spoke to us on Perfectly Placed, and it seems like she's come on with that maiden win under the belt. On debut, she was eye-catching when staying on very strongly to run behind Polynomial, who she meets again. And ironically, I mean, how's this? My Sensation's rated an 88, Polynomial's rated a 92. So she's got 2 kilos to play with. There's number 2, My Sensation, for a 1 3/4 length beating. Plus she's got a draw, plus she's a more experienced, wiser horse this time around. Polynomial's got a lovely turn of foot as well, so you'd expect them to be coming from pretty much the same vicinity like they did on the 11th of June at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth, but I think My Sensation is making a little bit more rapid progress for now. Plus we've also got to put a question mark whether Polynomial is going to be the same horse over 1,400 metres. Looks like she might be, but My Sensation does look like she'll be more at home over this trip. Number 1, Beware the Bomb. Sure, Justin Snaith made a strong case about her being a nice filly in the making. I think there's a lot to like about number 7, Golden Angel. 6, Scarlet McCaw, also has about quite a bit of potential. 10, Spoil Yourself, really interests me. She's a lovely, big, scopy daughter of Futura. And then also number 8, Awekazi, and 3, Pilot Flame, both from the Michelle Rex Harold Crawford yard, could also have some sort of say as far as minor money is concerned. But all in all, number 2, My Sensation, I put her up for places, but I think that she'll be bang there, and I think that she's a nice little filly in the making. Race 8, Breeze Up, an unbroken 2-year-old sale, 27 October, progress plate. They go 1,400 metres. The return of One Stripe, the champion 2-year-old colt gelding from last season. He, of course, was sold at the CRS, ready to run an unbroken sale just under 12 months ago. Vaughan Marshall picked him up for 1.4 million rand, and One Stripe makes a seasonal debut here. This is not his cup final, but we saw him here at the Breakfast Gallops about a month ago in round 1 of the Breakfast Gallops, and dare I say his gallop was a little bit underwhelming. But from what I hear and from what I saw at the yard during the week when chatting to Vaughan Marshall about Perfectly Placed, that gallop of the Breakfast Gallops was just an opportunity just to see him in the flesh, show him a bit of grass, and he's come forward with that. Gavin Larena was in Cape Town at the start of the week to ride One Stripe at his last big workout, and apparently the talk was good. Now, we've got Snow Pilot, the winner of the Hollywoodbets Cape Guineas at the end of last year, the reigning champion of the Hollywoodbets Cape Guineas. Justin Snaith says on Perfectly Placed he's not seen the grass since. That, I think, is a big factor. This run is simply being used to bring him along. And then we've got the Vaughan Marshall dynamic here with Talk to the Master and All Out for 6. Do you believe they're as good as One Stripe? I don't. I think they're very good horses, but I think One Stripe's better. Gavin Larena's committed to him for the rest of the summer, I believe. His win in the Winter Nursery was excellent coming back from a layoff, and I believe things are good in the hood with the son of One World. So we're going to go in with him to win race number 8 on the card and start his 3-year-old campaign with a bang. Then the 9th race, Taking the Reins, Class 3 over 1,000 metres. Watch the space. There's a very good edition of Taking the Reins coming out with Marsh Shirtlift, so check that out when it gets published. And this is a very interesting field of 9 to face a starter. All sorts of chances. Difficult to put a pen through any of these. Blue Holly loves Hollywoodbets Durbanville. Handsome Prince, lovely horse, beautiful to look at. I think that he's got some very good 3-year-old form to his name. Mojo Man's a horse that's done me a few favours. Dean Street could be in the right place at the right time. Paroshka for the social squad. There's good talk coming out of the yard of Pete Buerta. 6, Nordic Chief. This is a big chance, Nordic Chief, having run 4th to Dean Street last time out, and comes in from that run on the 22nd of June, weighted to go very, very close indeed. Comes in 2 kilos better off for a 2-length beating. That's going to bring number 6, Nordic Chief, alive. 7, Impact Investor. Justin was a little bit dicey about him on his first run of the season. And then number 8, The Abdicator. Now, this is a horse that you've got to take note of. Richard Faree takes ride for Brett Crawford. I know he was beaten last time by Captain Arrow, who runs a race later. He was coming off a layoff, was the Abdicator. Yes, so was Captain Arrow. But I believe the Abdicator still got quite a few pounds in hand from the handicapper. He's a 98. He started his life with a bang. Then as the rest of his 2-year-old campaign just kind of waned away. But he's come back now with a lot of life, the son of No Name Never. I think that he's going to have a big season ahead of him. To what level, I don't know. But in my opinion, he's got a feature race in him. And I think if he has got a feature race in him, then he can win this race. So I'm going to go in with him as my top selection, but make it a box swinger with number 6, Nordic Chief. Corne Orfa takes a ride for Andre Nel. Didn't have a great week as Andre Nel, so hopefully he can get back on track with Nordic Chief running a big race in the 9th on the card. 10th and last, Hollywoodbets Bright Future Cape A Stakes over 1,000 meters. Scratch number 9, rather number 4, Pineapple Mint Green, leaving a field of 6. Captain Arrow, I mean, how can he get beaten here? Every other horse in the race comes off a layoff. Great to have Clinton Binder with the Hollywood Syndicate here with, I believe, 7 runners in the Cape for the season. But Ziasha, Elami, I don't think is good enough. Ziasha coming back from a break. He's got bigger fish to fry this season. Seeking the Stars, what a lovely horse. An iron horse from Vaughan Marshall. Now being gelded, been off for over a year. Dance Variety, been on for 6 months. Captain Arrow's race for the taking, isn't it? Grand Finikak takes a ride. Fluent winner over the Abdicator when coming back from a layoff. He is very, very good at Hollywoodbets Durbanville as Captain Arrow for 4 starts, 2 wins and 2 seconds. He loves it around the country. Of course, the tight turns or the turn of foot really sparks him into action. And I'm going to save the best for last. Best bet on the day, race 10, number 6, Captain Arrow. Let's leave Hollywoodbets Durbanville with a big smile on our face.